This is Monty with Bill Brothers, starting my digital inspection for a realtor. We're at a property in the Escondido area. And for these inspections, we always like to start underneath the eaves just to get an idea of the condition of the wood. Now, the eaves consist of, we have, normally on the outside, we have the fascia board, but there is none right here. We have the rafter tails, and then we have the starter boards. And you can see in place of the fascia board, we do have some gutters. Checking under the eaves, don't see too much damage to the wood. Wood seems to be in fair condition. So we always like to start underneath the eaves. We do see a little bit of splitting on this end, but nothing too major. And then I did notice just a little piece kind of sticking off on the freeze block. But other than that, nothing sticks out to me. All right, moving on. So we're gonna make our way to the first story, and we do have drip edge, we do have bird stop. Drip edge is that metal flashing that goes along the fascia board, or in this case, along the gutters, and that allows the water to freely flow off anytime it rains. Now, the bird stop is similar to the drip edge. It's another metal flashing that gets placed underneath the tiles, and this prevents any fire embers going up and under down to the felt paper, and prevents any critters from getting out of and burrowing. What we're looking at here is a concrete S-tile roof. And I didn't see any loose tiles on this front part, but we do see proper flashings. We do see proper step and counter flashing going along the edges on the roof to wall junction. We do have an O'Hagan vent, so that is a good sign. And we do have, looks like a mortar was placed here not too long ago. So this roof has had some updates in the past. But we'll move on to the second story. I'll start another video for that one. Alrighty, so we've made our way to the second story, and we do have a solar system installed on this roof. The anchor points appear to be installed correctly and up to code, but I did notice a couple broken tiles scattered throughout. We see one right here near the anchor point, so most likely this happened while the panels were being installed. Another thing we like to look for is to see if the valleys are evenly spaced. It looks like these ones are pretty spaced out, so that is a good sign. This allows for proper and even flow anytime it rains, so no debris gets caught up. So this is a good sign. We have a couple more cracked tiles. Looks like some repairs have been done to those. Some more O'Hagan vents. I went ahead and pulled this slip tile, so there's actually no nails holding this tile in place, so it was very easy for me to slip this down. Just to take a look at the condition of that felt paper underlayment. So we do see some water staining, a little bit of debris collecting up and under here, but the condition of the felt paper is in fair condition. So it's not, we do have a little bit of wear and tear, but nothing too major. This O'Hagan vent was actually smashed just a little bit, and we do have evidence of a roof tune-up. So you can see around these penetrations, these have actually been resealed and then repainted over fairly recently. Same thing over here, and then same thing with the mortar on the ridge caps and along the ridge line. So you can see this was done fairly recently. That looks good. There is a little bit of cracking underneath here, so maybe these tiles have moved those just a little bit, and it almost looks like these solar tubes were installed recently as well. So maybe around the same time that the roof tune-up was done. That's my guess. These valleys appear to be evenly spaced as well. We do have a little bit of crowding on this section right here, so maybe open these up a little bit. That looks good. Alrighty. went ahead and pulled another tile just to, you know, get some consistent look at the underlayment. And again, yeah, we do have some wear and tear, but there is some life left in this felt paper underlayment. Again, a little bit of water staining, but I believe it does have some life left in it. Have another slip tile right here. I didn't mess with that one. And then we do have a little bit of cracking on this mortar as well. Okay, making our way back here. Chimneys are always a trouble spot that we like to check, see if this is up to code, and it does look like it's up to code. We do have step and counter flashing on there. It looks like mastic was reapplied to this chimney part. The only thing I don't notice, and this is what we normally install, is a cricket. So that's just to divert the water. We put this at a little bit of an angle just so that water goes from side to side and goes around it. Okay, have another cracked tile. Looks like mastic was applied to that, and valleys appear to be pretty evenly spaced. We do have another slip tile. Again, paper's in fair condition. So I'll go ahead and put those back after I conclude this video, but we do have a couple replacement tiles scattered throughout. So it looks like this roof has had some work done in the past. Looks like it had a tune-up very recently. So that's good. That obviously extends the life of the roof. But as far as its condition, I think this is in fair condition. And as long as the next homeowner stays on top of maintenance, I believe that this roof has more years to come as far as life expectancy. So I'll get this out. Thank you.